It's late September. My tomatoes have been doing great, but with the cold weather shortly ahead, I'd like to keep some of my tomatoes going. So I'm going to Procreate some of these tomatoes, put them in my greenhouse so that we can have some into the colder weather for as long as possible. Tomatoes are so easy to procreate. There's so many different ways that you can do it. They just root very easily. You can just take off some of the suckers and put them in water. You want to just leave the top 2 or 3 leaves on. And then you want a lot of the stem part under the dirt if you're using this method. So just dig a little trench, put it in there, and bury it. Make sure that your soil stays wet and that it stays in the shade for probably about 2 days before you really let it get in the sun so it doesn't get sun shock. Now the ones that I just transplanted are very small, which means it's going to take a while for them to start producing anything. This right here is a very large sucker, which will start producing more quickly. Tomatoes are stem rooting, so if I bury this much of the stem, it's going to root the entire length of that stem. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to break it off here, right where it joins. I'm going to take off these bottom leaves right here and right here. I'm going to leave the top ones, and then I'm going to use one of these. These are for very tall plants. You can use them for tomatoes, you can use them for trees, things like that. That'll have a deep root, and it'll help get the tomato started growing its roots with little dirt until it gets really established, and then you can move it into a bigger pot or transplant it into something else. Now, I know you can't see it down in there, but I already had some dirt down in the bottom of this that was already wetted dirt. Now that I've got this in here, I'm going to take it and I'm going to fill it up to about right here with wet dirt and then set it in the shade. And here it is in its temporary new home. So far looking good and healthy. The ones right beside it are hibiscus. I'm doing the same thing with them. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments. Thank you for watching.